Did that stupid thing go live without me pushing go live? Or was it just saying I was going to go live? I'm confused. Anyways, whatever. I had to go. I came down and said, okay, let's do a stream. And I didn't click the go live button. And then I thought, before I go live, I got to go. I had a laser burning in the garage. So I had to go finish that laser burning. And I love the smell of burnt wood. Anyways, tonight's stream is brought to you by Sparta 3D. Got a sticker today. Okay, anyways, I think I'm live. I think there's people watching. This light is in my way of the stream of the chat. There we go. I didn't tell you to turn on, you doofus. Anyways, let's get to where we were. Let's get a little bit more of this ready to connect all the wiring up. So I went and bought something today. Good evening, Scott. Good evening, John. You like that, do you? It's had a whole bunch of washes done to it. And it's still hanging in there. It's fading a little bit. And once it finishes fading, I can make myself another one. So I went and bought something today. It's a bigger one. And if you would believe, I could only buy, I hope it's enough. I could only buy a 6-foot length. So I couldn't get it any shallower, but I think this is going to work. Look at that. So let's measure it and cut it. This will work kind of better than the other one did. So let's pop the top off. Yeah. There we go. And we'll cut it. But first we have to measure the length we need. Hope it fits. It will fit. It'll definitely fit. It's 1.5 inches. And if it doesn't fit, it was $20. I mean, come on. What can you get for $20 these days that you can get plenty of pleasurable use out of? So I need a piece that is, oh, come on, get underneath the wires. So I want it to be 6 1/4 inches long. 6 1/4 inches long. Okay. Oh, I need my handy purple Sharpie. 2 inches wide, 1 inch deep. This is 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. It should work. What did I say? 6 1/4? 6 1/4. There we go. Yeah, I got it at an electronics shop here today. I got it at a place called B&E Electronics. What a name for a shop, eh? B&E. What'd you do today? Oh, I did a B&E run. Okay. Now I just have to grab my snips and snip it right there and right there, and I should be able to cut it. Nice comb. Isn't that a nice comb? And there. Good enough. Ouch. Aye, that hurts. Let's see if this is long enough. It's going to fit for sure. Just want to see if I cut it too long or not. Oh, a little bit too long. Just a hair too long. Although it might fit underneath. Hang on, if it fits underneath that little guy. does fit. I can make that work just like that. And I still have room to get that SD card in on the Pi. I can make that work right there. So let me split the camera view. So if you look at the above camera, it's right there. It's not too big. It doesn't stick out too far. I think that'll work. Okay, let's get some of the old very, very, very high bond. Let's get some of the VHB tape on it. I have not needed a comb for some time. You are so right, Jason. Okay. There we go. And I'm even going to put the ugly part up top. Let's make sure it's flat, though, because this is a hammer, right? Everything is a hammer. Actually, let me clean this edge a bit. Those Cutco scissors will go through anything. You can cut a penny with these, so not overly worried about cutting a bit of plastic. Perfect. Extra room for cables is great. Yeah. This is good. And so yours has the extra width. No, yours, you said yours was 2 inches. So yeah, you have a 1/2 inch extra width. I've got a 1/2 inch extra height. So should do the job. It's not too tall, which is the main thing. Actually, we'll just put this end in first because I didn't put adhesive on that, so I could lay it down and in. Let's pull these up. And let's stick you right there. Right there. So these ones can sneak in here. Come on, there we go. That can sneak in there. That's bent a bit. Oh, that looks like it's popping out of there a bit. Oh no, I don't think it is. No, and then there we go. So we can tuck you down in there. We can take you. You can come in down here. You can tuck in there. You can tuck in there. You can come in from the bottom. Oh, there's lots of room in there now. I can even tuck you in there, Mr. USB. There you go. Perfect. Everything seems to fit in there just nicely. There we go. Clean as a whistle. Hey, Tron, Hutchmaker Space, Dougal. Is it level? You mean this way? Is it vertically level? You have little faith. I could put a vertical level on it. Okay. I didn't use a level. I eyeballed it, but gosh, come on, guys. I get one piece on the old rat rig, not quite straight, and I never hear the end of it. So, is it level? Well, come on. Well, this isn't really going to tell me much because I'm not really, yeah. You know what? I don't even know why I have to prove myself. That's it. That's ridiculous. I don't have to prove myself. I don't have to prove anything to you guys. Yeah, it's level. Got a problem with that? Come and measure it yourself if you don't think it's level. Yeah, no, it's level. It's level, baby. Imagine a Kramer voice. Oh, it's level. Oh, it's level. It's straight. Once crooked part is how he signs his bills. Yeah, thanks, Jason. One crooked part, which I've yet to do here. Maybe I'll make something crooked. Don't worry. Okay, let's get back to our drawing. We've done this. We've done this. Because that's the result of putting it in. Theirs looks a little neater than mine. It looks like they cheated and shortened the heater wire. But that's okay. I'm not going to... I could zip tie. Actually, I might just throw a zip tie right here. Let's see. Where are my zip ties? Where are my zip ties? There are my zip ties. Hello, Mika Steve. You're on your way to check. Be over in approximately 3 hours. Okay. Come on down. Message me when you're close. I'll give you someone else's address. There we go. Look at that. Just kind of tidies it up a little bit by throwing a little, just a zip tie. You guys can't see what I just did there. Just a little zip tie in here. Just tidies those wires up a little bit coming in. I mean, it's got to be Voron worthy. And if I am to earn, which I think is the case, earn that serial number, I guess, that I get, a serial number or whatever it is, then, oh, who's texting me? I got to check just in case it's, oh, it's the wife. What's she texting me? Trying the oldest trick in the book on my wife. Oh, she's texting me things that I could trick her with later. Okay, whatever. There we go. Teach their own. Oh, okay, so now we are going to connect the Y and Z end stops. Make sure you use the cutouts reserved for each respective end stop cable in the panels. Okay. Just because. So here's where I'm looking. So it looks like we are going to use the Y end stop. So the Z end stop goes above the thermistor one, and the Y end stop is the next one above. Okay, sounds good. Do the split view. So there's the Z end stop wire right there. And where is my Y end stop wire? Oh, look. It's a Y end stop, beautifully labeled from LDO Motors as part of the kit. So we can sneak those in underneath here. Okay, the Z goes right above the thermistor. Oops. So I have to actually put a plug on the end of this one, which is that's the Z, and that's the Y. So that little plug they gave me, which is right here, yes, I do get to keep it. I do get to keep it. I haven't asked that. I'm assuming that. So, yes. After all this work I put into it, you bet I better be able to keep it. So, we have the black on that one and the white on that one, and I can assume that the polarity is going to be the same on this one. So black on this side. Black is going to be on my left facing the pins. So black is going to be there, and the white is going to be there. So that the pin orientation on both end stops is the same. And then let's bring this little label slider up here. So there's my Z is going in right here. Hold the board. Okay, and my Y goes in next to my Z. Okay, they can be tucked. Actually, they can be tucked in right there. And they can come in from the top, tuck them in under that wire. And they are looking good. There we go. Y and Z. Okay. Then jumping back. The result. Okay, which is right. We have a thermistor, a Y, and a Z and a Y. Okay, a thermistor, Z, and a Y. Their result looks a lot nicer than my result, but this is not a beauty contest yet until Jason makes it one. Okay, tool head. Run the bundle of tool head cables through the motor panel and straight into the top end of the PVC duct. So the tool head bundle is going to come over the belt. Okay. So these are all going to come, because these are all going to be packaged and they're going to be like on a little thingy that goes up and it's like, so they come over the belt, because otherwise it would say under the belt. Now I'm going to double check this. Oh, that dog is going to lose his life if he does not stop barking. Oh, come on. We're getting back into the panels. This one doesn't really show. This doesn't really show it. No. But they're going to go over the belts. I'm 152% sure that these are going to go over the belts. Otherwise, they'd have the belt over top of the image. Okay, there we go. So let's open this in the new tab. We get the big picture, and we are going to follow these commands right here. Tripod's Garage is here for the first power-up. Has a cover to hide my wiring. Yeah. Look at this streaming guy. Look at this. And you know, a year ago, I was a little more nervous coming on streams, but now I'm like, this is old hat. You either like me or you don't. And if you don't, suck it. If you do, I love you. No, I'm kidding. Just joking, guys. Let's get rid of these. Let's hide these motor cables. Let's bring you in here. Now, okay, so of course I have to hot end fan. So that is, okay, let's just get these kind of organized. This one here is my hot end heater. Hot end heat. This is showing a hot end heat going in the one, of course it's going in the one that's right beside that I have to really kind of, yeah, I'll figure that out. And that's a non-polarity, I'm going to call it non-polarity important. Okay, let me grab my screwdrivers. And this one, fire. Come on. I actually probably, once I get everything wired up, I can probably plug it in and fire it up. Probably wouldn't hurt. So anyway, so we're going to plug in there. Loosen these two. This is for the hot end. Non-polarity specific. I think that's the word. I'm going to just, the heat bed. This one looks like it bent a little bit. So I'm going to, no, it should just be fine. Just because there we go. That should be fine. Now I've got to get this through and into the first one. That makes for a little bit of a tight fitting here, but There it goes. That was just had to unscrew that more. Here we go. And the next one, can I go through the same opening? And actually, I may have to cut off one of those. I think I'm going to make that easier. That way I don't, I'm going to do that up here too. I'm going to cut that. There we go. Okay. And what I'm doing is I've cut one of the fingers off of this. I call them electrical raceways. That doesn't look good. I have to unplug this one heater bed, this bed heater, and see if I didn't break or somehow damage the, and I did. Okay, I'm glad I did. So what happened, because I bent it, unfortunately I have lots of room to play with on this. Yeah, there we go. I'm glad I checked that. So what happened is, oh, come on. There we go. It broke. So the ferrule broke. Because what happened when I put this in, because they're thicker wires and you go between the fingers, it was bending it over. And actually, I got to check the other one too. So I think, yeah, they both broke. So both ferrules on the heater bed broke. Can I even get that one out? Come on. This one's stuck. Okay. I might set it on fire at the rate I'm going, Andrew. Yes. Let me get that out of the way. Yeah, this ferrule's busted too. So there we go. That broke right out. And did it come out? It did come out. Okay, tweezers. Here we go. Come on. Get out of there, ferrule. Come on. There it is. There's the other ferrule. I think the tip, I think there might still be the tip of the ferrule in here. Oh, don't tell me. That won't be good news if I got the tip of the ferrule stuck in the, oh, there it is. I loosened it. There it is. Got it. Got it. Okay, everybody just calm down. Nothing to see here. And got it. Okay, good. So I got to replace a couple ferrules there. So lesson learned. And the same thing's going to happen to this one unless I widen this gap. So we're going to cut the another finger off here. Not my fingers. And there we go. Nothing wrong with actually widening these fingers to make sure these plugs go in without being impeded. So it broke the ferrules. There we go. No, I didn't attach those ferrules. No. Those were factory attached. So, fortunately, I have a ferrule kit. It sounds like a disease. I have a ferrule kit. It's like as if I said I have a ferrule wound in my armpit. I don't know. Anyways. Okay, let's grab the wires. Let's pull them out of here. There we go. And we'll just strip and put new ferrules on here. Okay. Where's my strippers? See if these ones will do the job. I find these, I find these cloth. I may have to find some different strippers. These like braided wires are not the easiest in the world to strip. I have my own personal strippers. I could just tin the wire. Yeah, I could do that, Jason. Or I could just twist the wire like this and stick it in. That would work too. I think these manual strippers will work best for the braided wire. So let's see what I got here. Are we a 1.5? Yeah, I think you look like about a 1.5. There we go. Oh, and only one strand of wire came out of that. So there's one. Okay. And I think the 1.5 was perfect. And 0 strands of wire out of that one. What a lucky guess. Okay. And they had the black ferrules on this one. Let's see what I've got. Black, blue, the black should work. Don't leave any part of the ferrule in the machine. No, I made sure I got every, there's still, why is there still a part of the ferrule in there? I thought I had got every part out. Where the heck did you come from? I know I pulled all you guys out. Did you jump back in when I wasn't looking? Son of a biatch. Come on down this way. Come on down this way. There you go. Be gone with you. And you, be gone with you. Okay. Black. A little bit too long on the wire. Perfect. Let's ferrulize you. Come on. You can't miss that hole. It's big enough. I'm not even going to go there. Oh, come on. Slow down, Tim. This is not a race. It's what's called a minor setback. It's safety. Safety first. There we go. Good. So this one by nature is going to be a hair too long too, because I trim them pretty much exactly the same. Then when you snip the tips of those wires off and you just go like that, then I swear at myself later when I step on it in bare feet or something, and I get this tiny, tiny little sliver of wire in my foot. So either that or I'll be vacuuming up shortly after the stream. Perfect. Okay. Ferrules be gone. If you don't have a ferrule kit, it's going to be the best, I don't know, $20 or $30 you ever spent. I recommend getting one. Get them all over Amazon. I'm a ferrule fanboy. I've gone feral. I know, Jason. I was thinking the same thing. Okay, here we go. Strippers be gone. Back in your drawer, strippers. You stay over there right now, Whip. Okay. Let's get back to running these wires back up here. Oh, where did we leave off? Up here. You can tuck in wherever you want. Actually, I'm going to tuck you in underneath this black one because I want to. So you guys are going to come up here and you're going to go back in where you came from. There we go. Much, much better. Okay, there we go. No more fire hazard. Now I can finish the hot end ferrule. These ones are shorter. They don't quite go in as far. I don't like to see that exposed, so I'm going to trim just very tip off the ferrule. And there we go. That way there's no ferrule showing at all. And I'm going to do the same on this other one because I'm still seeing about 1 millimeter or so of the ferrule. So I'm just going to snip the tip. And let it land wherever it will for me to step on at a later date. And that was perfect. Okay, we got those in. Hey, Milan, how are you? Okay. Oh, I was going to say, what a dummy. I didn't run it in under, but yeah, this is run where it's supposed to run. So now, yeah, we'll leave this cover off for now because I don't know if that's going to come. Anyways, we'll figure out how that's going to go after. Okay. So we should be done with my miniature screwdriver now, because I believe that's all the ferrule connections we have in there with the strippers. Okay, so now we have part fan. Part cooling fan is the green one, and it's going into the one right next to the one I just put in. So part fan is going to be the one that's labeled part fan. I love how they labeled these. It's almost like they knew. Part fan, and then after the part fan we have the end stop X end stop, which I believe is, no, that's the hot end thermistor. This is the X end stop. This is almost idiot proof. Almost, but I haven't fired it up yet. Then we have the hot end fan. So that was the part fan. Now the hot end fan, which is going to be this other one, hot end fan, and it's got a big plug and a black plug. So it's got it's going in two places. Okay, so I've got to actually. Why won't you let me zoom in? There we are. So it's going, the little one. So there's 1, 2, 3 sets here. 1, 2. Little one goes right here. Grab the right wire. So the little one goes here. It's interesting. So it's almost like, I think this is basically so the fan is not on all the time when you turn the power on, is my guess. And then the bigger one goes right there. There we go. So they've split the black over one side and the red for the power over the other side. And I'm guessing that that is so that as soon as you turn the power on, the hot end fan doesn't come on a cold hot end. It's probably thermostatically controlled to come on. Am I right or am I right? Hey, 3D Medic Vince. Land anywhere but inside the electronics. Exactly. Okay, hot end fan and hot end thermistor goes right beside the bed thermistor. And this pretty white one, let's try and keep this semi-organized, which is fine. This is all going to end up in a bundle like this. This goes right beside the bed thermistor right there. Okay. So there's all the hot end wires other than the stepper motor. Okay. Oh, we're getting there, folks. So now we've finished this part. Be especially careful when hot end fan connection. It's easy to insert either pin into the wrong place. Double check with the manual. The end result should look like this. So yeah, so we have the black hot end fan going into that plug up here. Tell me I got that right. And the red one going into that one. Black one going into the first pin on this one. That's correct. So that is right. Okay, and yeah. So that is definitely correct. It's because it's not a 24 volt fan. Oh, okay. Sneaky buggers. Okay, ABZ motors. Finally, we connect the remaining motor cables. They're longer than needed. You may choose to cut them or leave them as is. We cut ours. I'm going to leave it as is because I got enough room in my wire freeway to put it in. And also, don't forget the Bowden tube. What Bowden tube? Okay, so we open that in a separate window. So we have motor B. Motor A is the one beside it, and motor Z is the one coming from below. So B, A, Z. So we go in the order of Baz. Okay. Okay, so motor B. Now, motor A. Motor A is this motor here. So motor A. I should have done the motors before I did these because these are just going to kind of come under. We're going to sneak you in here. And sneak you maybe through here. Why is that heat sink coming loose? So the second one is A. So A is going in the second plug. So this is A right here. Okay. The slack can be taken up inside you. That black one is becoming a real pain in the butt. There we go. You should just stay down there out of the way, black one. Okay. And then motor B is this one. So motor B is going in the very top one. so you can tuck down and kind of hide the rest of you right in here. Sort of like that. That's fine. I can see why you suggested a bigger freeway for the cables here. Then motor C, which is the Z. Oh, where's my cable? Right here. Oh, that is a long cable. Wow. Whew. I hope it fits. Okay, is this one. And you go to the third one down, motor Z. You know what I missed in the last step? Who can guess what I missed in the last step? I missed motor E, my extruder. I have to have an extruder motor hooked up. Nobody was going to tell me either. I'm hurt. And the motor extruder goes in the itchy ear, goes in the very last one. So we come down and we go in this one. I was wondering where the extruder motor was coming in. Of course, it was with the hot end wires. I mean, go figure. A, B, Z, D, E, C, F. Okay, I'm just going to double check that E motor, make sure I did put it in the right spot. It's kind of obvious, but you know, yeah, it is in the very last one. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have run the motor A, motor B, motor Z. Now Bowden tube. Let me see what they're talking about for the Bowden tube. Oh, the Bowden tube's going from down over there up through the whole pack. Okay. I was wondering what that hole was for down here, but that's for the Bowden tube. First of all, let me just tuck this Z motor cable. Actually, this Z motor cable I've got to tuck in under here because I want that to go up through that whole freeway here. There we go. And then it can kind of tuck some of it away. Tuck some of it away. It's a very long cable. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep all this for the wire loom. So there's that all going to the hot end. So me being anal right now, I'm going to zip tie temporarily. Zip tie all the cables going up to the hot end. Just to kind of give things a bit of perspective here. There we go. So those are all going to the hot end. You're going to come out. I can sneak you out over around here somewhere. Actually, I can sneak you underneath these ones to go to the Z. There you go. You know, you can live in your own little slot here. Okay. There we go. So Bowden tube. Right here. Side effects is memory loss. Oh, why don't I doubt that? So we have a nice long piece of Bowden tube. So we suck the Bowden tube through here. I'm not sure how long I should stick it through, but I'm pretty sure, oh yes, I'm pretty sure I can afford to go through a little extra. More than I need. Oh yeah, I can put it through really far. Don't really know exactly how far I gotta go, but I'd rather have too much on this end than too little. And that's just going to sort of freely sit inside the cable loom, like so. Okay, looks like a wild mess, doesn't it? Like if you look at that, it looks like just a wild mess. But it's actually more, it looks rather organized from my side. So it'll actually look much prettier once the cover is on this whole freeway thing. So I'm not sure how much of this I need out. I'm not even 100% sure where the spool holder is going, blah, blah, blah. Or if I even need any of this out, but it's all good. Use a small bit of PTFE for the spool holder. Oh, I see. Okay. So if I leave this much hanging out, you can kind of see it there on the camera now. That's probably plenty, I would think. So, and there's lots to get up to the hot end, so I'm not overly concerned with that. Okay. Okay. Wild mess is accurate, and the printer's a bit messy too. You're good, Jason. You're good. Okay, so now after connecting all the wires, you can now cover up the PVC duct. Wiring is now complete. Yeah, but I've got as we cut ours also. Don't forget the Bowden tube. Cover up the PVC duct. Wiring is now complete. Yeah, they didn't tell me to put the little cable cover thing on yet, though. So let's go ahead and. So these all come. Oh, for frig's sake. Okay. Nope, I'm not going to. Okay, let's just go back to the split camera and I'm going to do what I've got to do. My own fault again. My own fault again. So, not going to worry about it. We can unplug these things so easily. And I should have figured so, but anyways, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not gonna cry too loud. I just have to redo a few things here. I should have looked farther ahead than I did, and I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Okay. I need my little screwdriver out again. That's a dumb mistake. I'm not even going to admit it because it's going to be obvious. Is that ferrule? Is that loose? Oh no, that's not loose. That's just because it's a braided cable. Okay, cool. I did not. No, I did not see the unboxing of that. I assume it all went well. Okay. I love the practice. I really, really do enjoy the practice I get from this. Makes me look like an idiot, but I love the practice. Okay, let's just grab the heater. Hot end heater ferrule, got to go in again. Come on, once you squish a ferrule, there we go. Once you squish a ferrule, sometimes it's stubborn to go back in. There we go. There we go. Voice control. Wow. Very cool. Okay. Okay, let me just pop a couple wires back in place here. Where are we at? There we go. Just made a little error, guys. I'm just fixing the mistake of my ways. Nothing to see here. Okay. There we go. X and stop. And stop X right next to that. Okay. And then we have part cooling fan, part cooling fan. Green. Right next to this. Okay, then we have this fan. Here and here. There we go. And then we have the extruder motor. There we go. Everything is as it should be now. Okay. Oh, cool. Very cool. Okay, I need this stuff. This is my, well, I'm going to say least favorite part of wiring because it's a pain in the arse sometimes running the cabling through the whatever you want to call this stuff. Call it what you will. I call it a pain in the arse. So I think I'll go from the hot end down. Okay. Let's get ready for some swearing. So this, I don't know whether I should just, okay, I think I'll cut this. Oh yeah, we're a little early yet, so we'll cut that off. We have all this, and then we have a strain relief, but I think if I bundle all of that starting at the strain relief right here, it could work. So I just want a little thicker zip tie than I had on there. Not one of those. Not one of those. Where's my mediums? There's my medium. So I'm going to get these all bundled around the strain reliever here. Okay. There. So it comes out of there in a nice, neat bundle, and there's no stress on any of those wires. Hence the term strain reliever. There we go. Okay, oh, and it fell off. Of course it did. I'm wondering if I should do two. Yeah, let's do it that way. Trial and error. really should have shortened the wires. Oh, Jason, where's your sense of adventure? I don't want to do any more wiring than I have to. I'm lazy. Did you shorten your wires? Oh, I'm sure you did. You probably shortened your wires, didn't you? But beauty of it is, if I choose to shorten my wires at a later date, it's not a major surgery operation like it is if I forget a nut insert. So, but I'm going to look up at the answer in a minute and see if you, in fact, shortened your wires. If you took the easy way out and shortened your wires. Huh? Looks as busy as an old telephone exchange. It'll be nice once I get the once I get this on. It should look really good, actually. Actually, I don't mind this type of cable cover. It's not bad. And then now we take a medium and we secure the beginning of this. Just like that. Oh, is this one of my twistables? No, it's not. I have a pack of zip ties somewhere that you just actually twist them to bend them. They actually work pretty good. Okay. You did not shorten them at first because you knew you'd be changing some things, but after I swapped things out, your wiring is properly fit. Yeah, and again, that's, as I say, this is that'll be an easy thing to do here after the fact, because it's not like we have to take the whole printer apart to shorten the wires. But yeah. And unlike the rat rig build, the rat rig, we had to wire up all our own wires. So okay. This part just takes a tad of patience. Do I want the Bowden in it? That's a good question. It's pretty tight. And I think because the Bowden is coming up, I think I'm going to actually probably include the Bowden beside it and then just sort of tack it to it, just because it just because on this end where it comes out, then I'd have to do a tight angle on the Bowden, or actually have the Bowden coming out part way. I think for now I'm leaving the Bowden on the outside. It's kind of what I had envisioned. Yeah. Yeah, and because and I, as Jason says, because I think that's too tight of an angle at the end of that, at the end of the channel, at the wire channel, loom doom channel, whatever you want to call it. Okay, come on up here a little bit, you guys. I don't need this whole tube, but we're gonna basically get you tucked in probably up to about here. And I think I can cut. There we go, a little longer, I think. I know my hands are blocking the view, but this is nothing pretty or special to see. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to do a little organizing under here. Okay, you know what? PTF YouTube, I don't need you in there right now. You're just getting in the way and pissing me off. Okay. can go a little further. Want to leave enough to make sure when the bed or when the head, oh, the head doesn't move, the bed moves. What am I doing? All I need to make sure is that there's enough for when it's forward and all the way down. That's what I got to make sure. So that when I bring this in, fooled me there. Not going to fool me again. Okay, come on. A little more. A little bit further. I'm going to cut this so that can come up in here. That's going to zip tie into here. So I can cut this, make it a little easier right about there. Look at that, without hesitation, snip, snip. And if I'm wrong, oh well. I've got lots of this tubing. And there we go. There we go, right to there. So let's grab a zip tie. Look at this. These prints were so clean, like not even a boom, straight through the zip tie path. I'm not sure if this is showing much of anything over here. It's just you're seeing a mess, a big mess. Although I'm looking at it on a small screen. If I do this, this kind of shows a bit better. So this is another zip tie path right here. In and through like a piece of cake. So we have that one. Okay, we can stretch that to there. There. There, so we have our cable secure. Okay, and y'all see what I did wrong before, okay? My stupid mistake that I had to take the plugs all out for. I put them over the belts instead of under the belts, which was a really, really, really rookie dumb thing to do. So, okay, before I get going, I need to cut a 6 1/4 inch piece of the cover. Okay, 6 1/4. You all saw, yeah, I know. Nobody wanted to mention it out of embarrassment for me, right? And I don't blame you. You all saw. I figured you all did. And you all saw when I was reading the instructions, and I said, oh, no, the color lines go above the belt. So, I mean, it must go above the belt because the color lines go above the belt. But nobody said anything. That's okay. I'll get you all back one day. There we go. Okay. We're going to attempt to cram all this wire into this channel and keep it as neat looking as possible. Wish me luck. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean to brag. But that's not bad, right? That is not bad at all. Like, oh. Okay, Jason, now is when you're supposed push it real good. Now you're supposed to say, Jason, now you're supposed to say, okay, Tim, now do you want to know the easy way? It's not bad. I mean, we have to have wires coming out onto the main board. We've got them. It's pretty tidy. Everything is kind of in its place. Not shabby at all. I'm kind of happy with that. I should have used one of these on my rat rig. Mind you, I have a massive piece left. I could. But I think this is good. Now, if I stand this up, and if we look at the back, standing it up, that's not bad. I mean, I think I did pretty good. That's much neater than my rat rig was. You know? Hey. Okay. Okay, sorry. Get a little carried away there. Okay. So there's where we're at. Why do the two red wires exit early? Excuse me? These ones? You guys are so fussy. Okay. You know, because I wanted them to. Let's see. I pull this guy up a little. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I don't want to disappoint. Okay. Are we happy? Are we happy now? Or are these ones exiting a bit too early for you too? Or should that be a little more straighter? Why doesn't the thermistor wire exit? This one? That's an end stop wire. Why doesn't the thermistor wire exit the bottom? Oh, the one I just did. Okay. Well, okay. Is that okay? This, it's a little smaller gap right there, and it gets a tad wider up here. Is that what you're saying, Jason? That is my trademark. That's my signature. Okay. You guys can pick on me all you want. It's amazing. I can't do this with my rat rig. So, anyways, where did that just fall off of? That just fell off the bottom. Why did you just fall off the bottom? Oh, because you're really... There we go. Now you're not going to fall off. And nobody's going to criticize that because nobody's going to look at the bottom. Okay. It's not level. What a smart ass. Okay. It's my signature. You even said it yourself. Okay, so we have now, let's just get the PTFE tube. We're going to run from here. That's going to go in there. We can zip tie it to the loom. Get the fire extinguisher ready. Yeah, we're going to power it up. Make sure everything turns on. We still have to build the Feast of Resistance castle on it, but bend the tabs outwards a little, and it will give some pressure to hold the cover on. Yes, I did. On the on the bottom one, I bent it out. Yes, this one is snug. Well, as I easily slide it up, this one's pretty much snug in there. So, anyways, And we'll get a couple. It's almost like a silly straw. I wanna put it in the glass and drink from it. Down here, keep it away from the belts. Man, they give you 100 little zip ties, and you don't need nearly 100 zip ties. So another nice little pat on the back to LDO for this kit. All the little extras, all the little forethoughts, the 5 thoughts, etc., etc. Okay. Snip dingle, snip dingle, snip dingle, snip dingle, and snip dingle. There we go. Okay, and then that can run down in the back. I'm not worried about that right now. Bend the oh yeah, okay. So now for the next adventure. So if we come back here, we have done that. We have done that. We have done that, and we have the cover on, and we've got our cable loom all set. That's it. So that's the wiring for that. So now we go back to this part, and we go skip all the wiring stuff. We put the covers on. They got that. Skirts and panels. Okay, so before I do the skirts and panels, I'm going to plug it in. I don't see any reason that I can't plug it in and just make sure that nothing's going to smoke. If for any reason you guys don't think I should plug it in right now, speak now or forever hold your peace. So Jason, you can either say, Tim, no, don't plug it in yet because ... Or you can know that I shouldn't plug it in right now and watch the sparks fly. Okay, power's off. Plug it in. And let's turn it on. I have a light on the main board. It's red. I see no smoke, so we have a stop. We have a red light on the main board right there. I don't see a light on the Raspberry Pi, but maybe the Pi 3 doesn't have a power indicator. Not getting warm because it's not doing anything. So, but there's no smoke. I can't test anything, of course, because I have no firmware put in or anything yet, but just the fact that I'm not getting any smoke from the electronics is a good sign, I would think. Has the power grid been notified? It does look like aquarium tubing. It's actually fairly big, and all it is, it's just it's not even proper size Bowden tubing. It's all it's there for is to guide the filament to the hot end because it's a direct drive hot end. So I just saw something smoke. What is smoking? I lied. There is smoke. Okay, that's not a good sign. Okay, something did smoke. Now I got to check my wiring. Okay. This USB cable is extremely hot. Extremely hot. Okay, let's unplug this. Let's take this off the Pi. So this USB cable is what was... So That is very hot. Now why? I wonder if I have a short in the cable right. You can kind of see. Hang on a minute. Let's focus here. Gotta love this right there. If I turn the light out and focus there, you can see right there, there's a little black spot. Yeah, this cable feels stupid hot, Jason, and it's looks like it's got a burn, a black spot right here. And yeah, that's definitely what was melting and smoking. So I wonder if this is a bad cable, if there's something loose inside this cable. So yeah. The Pi itself is cool. The board itself wasn't hot. It was just the cable. So, and I think I have another one of these. And I was surprised it wasn't where it was bent in. It was actually right in the middle, and there's burning. I'll show you here. Never a dull moment. I thought it was a DeWitt 3D camera stream, not a tripod. Oh God, that's funny. Well, anyways, that's, shit happens, right? So I'm not overly upset. But if I focus on this, you'll see right there. You can see where the wire was inside was melting through to this cable. So I can hold it up and show you. You can actually see right there where it was burning. So I can pretty much say that maybe it's a bad cable. Now, let me see if I have another one and I can try another cable, because that part wasn't even kinked. This part was, well, it was bent, but possibly when it got bent, it broke a cable inside. So anyways, let me find another one of these. Hopefully I didn't fry a board. Hopefully I didn't fry my Pi. Actually, maybe the proper term is, where's my cables? Cables, cords. Let's see what I've got in here. With hopefully I didn't bake my Pi. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's not the same one. There's one right there. I keep everything. Okay. Now, yes, brand new one right here. Yeah, so I'm just going to make this one a full radius bend. We'll try this one again. I can't imagine. It had to be the cable, because if it was something on the board shorting it out, it would have shorted at the plug ends. So let's try it. So try it again. Plug it in there. We'll just swing it around this way. Plug it in. So I'm not even going to bother bending the cable in. So let's try it again. This time I'll actually hold on to the cable. Okay, here we go, and make sure nothing's going to happen in here. So my board's got a light on it. As I say, I don't think there's a light on the Pi board, and this cable's warming up again. Okay, so am I getting too much power? This cable is getting hot again. Check the polarity of the power to the Pi. Okay. Let me double check that I've got everything right. To Pi. So I've got nothing else. I don't know. I can't imagine any of these other cables in here are affecting the Pi. Just want to make sure that everything in here looks fine, and I'm trying to see if there's any. Let me power it on without the Pi. See if anything happens. I'm gonna let it power on for a minute without the Pi. Okay, I'm hearing a noise. Hang on a second here. I'm hearing a noise. Okay. Okay, so nothing is smoking, but okay, I turn it on. I'm going to see if I can get the camera on this to show you. Don't need the light on, but if you watch the main board. Whoops. Watch it right in around here. After I turn it on for a second, is that a powered port out to the SKR meant to power the Pi? No. I'll check that in a minute, but watch. I'll power it on. Watch right here. You're going to see a green light come on and off, and I hear like a little zzz, and the green light comes on and then off again. So there's our red light on the board. So watch right in about here. There. Did you catch that? And if I leave it on, nothing is heating up. Nothing seems to be smoking or shorting. Okay. I'll let it. I'm just going to leave the power on for a minute. Make sure that I think the smoke was coming from the Pi cable for sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so and there's nothing getting warm on here. So now let's do that one more time. No, the power is off on the Pi right now because there's an issue. So I'm going to check out one more time. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear that noise if I'm very quiet, but there'll be a green light right in here somewhere. Right there. Green light came on and off real quick. Don't know what that green light indicates. So, okay, well, let's check the Pi hookups. Okay, so we have right here. Let me focus. There we go. So this cable in my hand, actually, if I back up a little and come at a little bit of an angle here, there we go. So this cable here, it says to Raspberry Pi. Okay, this is the 5-volt side. So this is the red going into the plus, the black going into the negative. This cable here, this cable here is basically to 5-volt PSU. So this cable is going to the power supply unit right here, okay? And this has got the red in the positive for 24 volts. I'm sorry, for 24 volts in, and the black to the negative for 24 volts in. So I'm positive I have that hooked up correct. And then the other end of this cable right here that's going to the Pi power is plugged in to the port on the Pi right up here. So I think that's all hooked up okay. Did I check the 5-volt output to see if it's actually 5 volts? Good point. No, I didn't. Let me check that now. Let me check. I guess I shouldn't assume things, right? Okay, so let's do that. Let's have a look at the multimeter. So here's our multimeter. Can you see the window there? So you can see the multimeter there. I got to turn the power on first, I guess. Okay. Okay, now let's check the power coming out of this. So we have our negative and our positive. Oops. My hand's in the way, of course. Come on. So there's our output from the going out to the Pi, 5.05 volts going to the Pi. Okay. And then I'll just double check the input. We should be 24 volts coming out of the power supply. Come on. Got the right wire. Hang on there. I can't, I'm just sort of fumbling with the wires here. It's hard. Actually, I'm just going to put the meter down for a minute. I'm trying to hold the meter up to the camera and measure at the same time, and it's not the best. Oops. And I got to go up one step here. So why am I showing? Oh, there we go. So yeah, there's the output. So we have 24 volts going into it, and we have 5 volts going out. So 24 in, and we're going to move that down. And 5 volts out, 505. So it's not the power coming out of that to the Pi. So there is something going on between the Pi, the USB on the Pi, and the micro USB on the board. Huh. Kind of mystified. Now, I didn't try a different USB port. Let's try a different USB port. And we'll see if we get the same amount of heat. Let's try this top port. I don't think it matters which port these go in. And let's plug in here. There we go. Okay, power it on. I'm going to keep my hand on this wire. Yep, and this wire is getting stupid hot. We're getting a hot wire again. Definitely. So what the heck is going on? Yeah, I just did that, Milan. Different USB port on the Pi. Same thing. So I wonder, is it the Pi? Okay, let me, somewhere here, bear with me. Where did I put it? Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. LEDs, wires, electronics, maybe it's in here. Give me 1 second. It's not in here. Go back to the SKR and verify all connections. Yes, I will do that. I will. Really quick. I don't know where it is. I have a Pi 4 sitting around here somewhere that I thought was not good, but I'm pretty sure it's good. So, okay. Let's double check everything. As Jason said, let's verify all the connections in here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's come back up to this camera angle here. Okay. So we're just going to undo my cable loom a little bit. Free the cables. Okay. Okay, so okay, I'm just going to, I don't know how much of a view I can give you guys here, actually. If I actually take this other camera and kind of zoom right in, you can get an idea of what I'm looking at here. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Zenbender. I'm going to kind of start from square one on the SKR, see if there's something on that. I mean, the motors are pretty simple. The motors are in the right place. I'm confident of that. So I'm going to just kind of bring the motors up out of the way. I'll unplug the ones coming from the hot end. Now, what I can do actually is I think what I'll do, process of elimination, right? I'm going to unplug everything from the SKR, plug the Pi alone in, because the Pi is just supposed to be sending a signal to the SKR. It shouldn't be sending, I don't know why there's some power going. So we're going to unplug all these ferrules. We'll just disconnect everything from the board, actually. And this is going to be like a little bit of process of elimination, I suppose. So we'll unplug. Well, there's nothing wrong with the ferrules. I mean, the ferrules are still tight. There's no bare wires there. Let's check the two that I had to referrule. Okay, and they look... No, those aren't the ones I had to referrule. Where are they? No, yeah, they are. And they're fine. These ferrules are a little bit wiggly, but that's just because it's a braided cable. They're fine. Okay. And we'll take the power, mains power here. And bring that down. And this one they're perfectly fine. But while I'm here, I'm going to snip that other finger off anyways. There we go. So I have all those three that are able to go straight in. Okay, there's the mains power. And then let's pull out the fan. hot end fan. Gotta be careful of that one. I don't rip the wire right out. So let's just, there we go. I don't know if maybe this is a better view for y'all right here. Okay. End stop. End stop. Thermistor. End stop. And the bed thermistor. Okay. So, and let's pull out the steppers just to eliminate everything on the board. Okay, we got a bare board. So I'll get these wires kind of out of the way. Let's see what my notification says here. 5-volt jumper on the SKR board. If you have it on, it will cause the issue you're having. The 5-volt jumper. Okay, let me find where that is. Is that? Okay, Jason, you just messaged me. I think you're on screen. I'm going to look at the board. I just muted my mic. I didn't mean to. Let me go back to the image on here, and let's find one that shows a really good image of the board. Doesn't matter. They're all the same. Open image. If I zoom in, so is this the jumper you're talking about, Jason, right there? The jumper in the SKR board that you're powering the SKR board from, both 5-volt power from the Pi and the 20-volt from the mains. Okay, you guys can see my screen right here. Okay, on the board, is this the jumper right here you're talking about? Yeah, thanks, Jason. I mean, I'm so focused here that I'm, so I'm wondering, just want to make sure if this is the right jumper, because there's 3 pins. The jumper on the board is currently on the bottom 2 pins, but it looks like in the diagram that the jumper should be on the top 2 pins. So I need to move that jumper up to the top 2 pins. Okay, hopefully I haven't fried anything. I never would have thought of that if it wasn't for you guys. Thank you. I would have assumed that should have been in the right position already. So we're talking this little guy right here. Okay. Jumper. Okay, come on. Let's see what you're writing here to me like this. Oops, you sent me a picture. Like that. So that's how it is right now. It's on the bottom 2. So if I give you a close-up, here, let me bring this camera over. Let me bring this camera in right here, and we'll do this and turn that light out. So there is that jumper right now in the current position. So it's on the bottom 2 pins right now. Do I need to move it up a pin? Because on the diagram, let me see. No, it's not. 1, 2, 3. No, I think it is in the right spot. Yeah, because if I look at the diagram now that I think of it, that's a 6-pin configuration above it. 2, 4, 6, and it's on the bottom of leaving the top 3 pins and the bottom 2 right pins open. So that is how it is right now. Yeah. That is correct. So that's not what. So that's then I guess we can eliminate that as what's causing it. Okay, so if this is correct. Okay, so now that I've got everything off the board, I should be able to plug my Pi in, power it up, and see if I still get that heat. That, if I do get the heat in the cable, that will eliminate any of the plugs that I had in the board, since that 5-volt jumper is on there correctly. Well, let's give it the heat test again, just because I kind of don't know what else to do. The bend in the cable shouldn't make that much of a difference. It is a tight bend, but it's not like I'm crimping the cable right in here, right? So there we go. So that's the biggest bend in the cable right there. And then if I plug this into a USB port, okay, let's plug it in and let's hit the power and let's see if I get warmth. Oh, I've got no power to the SKR board. That's why I've got to hook at least the power up to the SKR board. But I am getting power into the Pi right now. So I'm getting power into the Pi. And there's no warmth on the cable at all. This board is basically dead. But so there's nothing coming from the Pi right now without anything hooked up. So let's unplug that. And we will put the mains power onto the SKR board so the SKR board has power. Okay. 24 volts in, that's the positive. The positive is on the top. So this is basically we're playing a game of elimination now. Although we're kind of adding things in. There's a positive. And come on, negative. Get down and get in the hole. And there's a negative power. Okay, so now we have power from the mains going into the SKR board. Let's see what we get now. Okay, we have a light on the SKR board. There's power to it. And we are getting a hot cable. We're getting a hot cable. Okay, so we've eliminated, oh yeah, that's quite hot. So we've eliminated all the wiring. So the blank board with power in, this is something is short. I don't know. I don't know enough about this, but that's hot. So I'm kind of Revenge of the Nerds. I'm kind of lost. I wonder, is it a bad board? Oh, getting to be 10 o'clock. It's getting to be time to wrap this up anyways, but now I've got to think about this. I don't know enough about electronics per se to understand, and it's just the cable. I mean, there's nothing getting warm on the board. If I power it on without this plugged in, it just seems to be working fine. So, yeah. RTFM for the jumper. RTFM for the jumper. Return the fuck. RTFM. I don't know what you mean there, Dougal. RTFM. The jumper apparently is in the right spot. Yeah. I'm going to have to reach out or something. I don't know how to troubleshoot something like this. Something happening between the Pi and the SKR that it doesn't like. And it really didn't like it because it fried this cable. One of the mounting screws is shorting something on the board. Well, they're all insulated, but yeah, I could always take the board rate off. I could always take the board rate off and try it that way. I mean, I'm game to try anything. Read the effing manual. Oh, for the jumper. Well, I'm looking at the LDO instructions, and the image of the board for the LDO instructions has the jumper in the same position. You missed some magic smoke here, and we did get a little bit of smoke. Just a little bit. So let's try. I'm going to grasp at straws. I don't mind. We'll take the board off, see if there's something shorting the board. I can't imagine, but let's just try it. And then I got to shut down pretty soon here. No, I'm going, and I see what you're saying there, Dougal. But I'm going from the on-screen instructions. Both, actually, let me check the PDF document again. Both documents show that jumper in that position. Jason confirmed that jumper in that position because he's built this before. And let's see. Yeah, the actual Voron documentation doesn't actually confirm nor deny. It just shows it just shows the empty pins. Does not show a jumper. And yeah, nowhere does it show the jumper on that. But the LDO manual does confirm the jumper. So, okay, let's take the board off. I actually have a spare board I could actually throw on here and try to see if I get the same issue. Not this exact same board, but okay, the SKR itself, let's see, did it come? I don't believe, I'd have to look online. Yeah, it didn't come with anything. I could look online for the board. But let's just eliminate the fact that something might have been shorting it. And let's just quickly try. I'm holding by the edges so my fingers are not interfering with anything. Let's plug this in. Let's just see if it wasn't, I don't know, the angle of the cable. I don't know. Okay, let's just do this. Let's try this. Let's just keep a hand on the cable now. Nope, that cable is warming up again. So, board wasn't being shorted or anything. So I wonder. Let me try something here. Bear with me 1 second. Maybe it's in here. Where is it? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Check the USB voltage. Okay, I'll check the USB voltage coming out. For now, I'm going to try this doesn't have the proper input though for the Pi. No. Oh, it's a duet board, that's why. Okay. But I want to eliminate the board really quick. I want to eliminate the board, then we'll investigate. So let's see. And that's, yeah, I could try this one. And where's the mains coming in on this one? Let's see. I have to read the instructions on this one first. I have an octopus here, but I could always hook the octopus up, plug the Pi into the octopus, and see if I get the same problem. But I have to figure out on this one, I have to read, oh, it's on the bottom here. Power, power, motor power. So there's the power in is these two here. So I could always, yeah, I'm gonna try this. I want to eliminate the board. Don't you have an SKR12? No, I don't. I don't. The only other Big Tree Tech board I have is the Octopus. I don't have an SKR12. The only other SKR board I have is the one that's in the rat rig. So, but this, I should be able to test it with this board. It doesn't need anything on it, because all it's going to do is take the signal in from the Raspberry Pi. So let me see if, I mean, I can't imagine that this wouldn't give me the same idea. Yeah, well, that's the second USB cable. First USB cable, Kieran, literally did burn. Like it smoked and burned. So that is the second USB cable. Okay, I'm just kind of not grasping at straws. I just want to kind of play process of elimination here. So we'll put that guy aside. Let's just put it on a box. I don't want to put it down on the bench. There we go. Now we have power is these two, and the plus is this one here. So okay. What are we saying here? Getting my tech support text message. It's going to say, don't do it on the Octopus. You'll fry the board. Well, it should be a 24-volt board, which it is. Oh, maybe. I wonder. Okay. Well, I'm not going to burn anything. Worst case, I'll have a hot cable, but let me just. Okay. Jason, you're probably correct. Okay, we have power to this board. Yep, same thing. So it's not the board. So yeah, and I think what Jason is saying. Okay, so we can eliminate the board. The board is not the problem. It's, I think what Jason's saying makes sense. I never would have thought of that again, but Jason is saying because maybe we need to flash the firmware to the SKR. Otherwise, it's resetting to default settings. So, yeah. Okay. Well, let's put my big tree tech octopus away. And that's what we'll do. Okay. Good call, Jason. I never would have thought that flashing the firmware first would have been the solution. But hey, it makes sense. Because the firmware is also going to tell it the output voltages and stuff, I would think. So we'll put this perfectly good board on it. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where it was. There's my Pi 4, which I think works, but I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. It's not the Pi and it's not the board. Okay, so I'm going to unplug this. Now that we've made a mess of the electronics here. And, whoa! I accidentally hit my doomer thingy on the thingy and it went down. Board may need to be told how to configure output voltage. Exactly. Yeah. I kind of Jason's no, not tonight, Jason. I think I'm going to if you're listening still, it's late for me. It's 10 and I have to work tomorrow. I didn't work today. Tomorrow night I will. Tomorrow when I get home, I'll put all this back together. Right now I'm getting too tired to want to do this. So I'll put all this back together, neaten it up again. Now that we've basically eliminated the fact it's not the Pi and it's not the main board. So I kind of tend to think, and we got some smarter people than me in chat that are saying, yeah, it makes sense that may need to be flashed. So I will maybe pop on. I don't know if you're around tomorrow, but we can pop on tomorrow and try that. But I got to retape these. Heat sinks are a little loose. But we'll maybe get on tomorrow if you're around. So. Okay, perfect. Well, it'll be tomorrow after I get back from work. Okay, let's go back to the main camera. Wasn't this fun? We have it all built, and I guess that's now I know better. You can't just turn it on and expect it to work. As far as all I wanted to make sure was that I had power and I had no shorts. Well, like I don't mean no shorts. I mean no, but we got smoke. I mean, if you go onto YouTube later, play back this video at about the, I don't know what, hour and 30-minute mark, you'll see smoke coming out off the board. And the smoke was this cable, literally smoking and burning. 5 volts smoking and burning this cable. I think. I don't know how it kind of works between the SKR if there's more voltage coming from the SKR. Does the SKR send voltage through this? I don't know. Anyways. Looking forward to you completing it. Oh, I will. I'll complete it. It's just a minor setback. I had a few hiccups with the rat rig as well. With the rat rig itself, I forgot to put a ground wire on the bed. And whenever I would power it on and touch the frame, I'd get zapped. So I learned the fun way that way. So we'll get her done. Between my guessing and the knowledge of you guys all out there, the knowledge of the community, we'll get things done. I may put new ferrules on these things because these ferrules are flattened out from being inserted in there. So yeah. Okay, guys. We tried. It'll get completed, friendship lights for sure. Yeah. guaranteed. There we go. So don't anybody raid me on Twitch because I am hanging up the phone. Yes, like, share, and subscribe. Even though we had an issue, 6 likes and there are 14 people watching. That will not do. Yeah, okay, anyways, that's all right. We'll get it back together and we'll do the firmware first. Although maybe I'll get the rest of the build done. There's still a fair bit of building to do. There's still the cover and the sides, and there's still some panels to put on and everything. So 11 likes, 12. There we go. That's more like it, everybody. Thank you. And I know there's not much to like on this stream, although make mistakes and you learn. So now I know when you build a new printer from scratch and you've just got a brand new board, brand new Pi, don't turn the power on until you flash the firmware. Well, we'll find out if that's the problem, actually. So, because everything else seems to check out. We determined it's not the jumper. We determined it's not the Pi. We got the voltage coming from the Pi. We determined that, although I didn't do what Kieran said and check the voltage coming out of the USB, but I mean, come on. I would hope. And we determined it's not the board because the same thing happened when I hooked up the Octopus board. And again, no firmware telling it what to do. And so, yeah. So we're gonna assume that that's what's what. I know you love me, and for all my errors and flaws and mistakes, I'm one of the few that's willing to come on here live and screw up big time. So I don't mind that. That's okay. That's how I learn, and that's how somebody else is going to learn from it. So logged into a boot lube to the boob tube and liked it. Logged onto the boot tube and liked. Oh, thanks, Kieran. Cool. Okay, well, this I wore last night too, so it's got to hit the laundry, especially after an evening stream like tonight. So we'll have a different shirt on tomorrow. I may wear my favorite new shirt tomorrow. We'll see. So, okay, guys. So I'm going to hit the road, call it a night. It's 10:13, and I'll get this thing rebuilt. We can rebuild it. We can make it bigger, stronger, and faster than it was before. So it'll be the $6 million printer. So, okay, guys. Where's my brand? And I got to do this. And I'm going to say we will talk to you guys later, and we'll catch you guys probably later tomorrow night or something like that. But we'll get this done, and my goal is to get it up and printing for Sunday stream. So we'll actually have to wait until oh gosh, no, I have to wait because I told Polymaker that theirs will be the first filament to run on my printer, and they're supposed to send me some. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Talk to everybody later. Bye for now.